Have you ever wondered before how you'd survive if stranded in the middle of the desert? I can't say I have, but what I can say is I have wondered how I'd survive on Scorched Earth, the one Ark map that's probably the most unforgiving one out of the bunch. The one where you can die from being ambushed by a pack of wolves, surrounded by microraptors, or hell, if the creatures don't kill you, then the severe weather or dehydration will. But I was up for the challenge. I gave myself 100 days to survive in the desolate desert of Scorched Earth with only one goal in mind: kill the Manticore and ascend off the map. Easy, right? Well, sort of. Like I said before, this map is pretty unforgiving, especially the first few days of your playthrough. Before we get into the video, I just want to thank you for all the support you guys show these 100-day videos, and stick around till the end because I'll reveal what map I'll be playing on and what I'll be doing next. Before that, though, I'll let the video roll right on, but first, I have to explain one tiny technical error that occurred. As you can see in the footage you're watching now, days 1 through 2 are no-show, and that's because the stream got corrupted somehow, and my hours upon hours of playtime I had on day 1 just vanished. But I'll give the mic over to Past Me and let him explain it a bit for you. Tuesday. It was Tuesday. I started it. I was going to play for a few hours and get off. But I didn't realize the stream cut off. Didn't start, and it was annoying. And I realized after a few hours, as you can see, I'm at the end of day 3 right now. And yeah, I don't really want to start over because let me tell you, it was not pretty. Uh, but I decided after that all right, I'm just gonna wait till the end of the week when I buy the Frontier pack, and then that's when we're gonna start. All right, so that's what I did. I bought the Frontier pack yesterday, and we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna start off right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the first 2 days. When I make the every movement, I'm scared to death. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I make the video. I'll probably do a little, you know, I don't know. I'll do something. All right, but basically to run you down what happened. Uh, I died about 17,000 times trying to get to Green Ob. There was that. Uh, I got I got just enough stuff. Like a few. Oh man, I can't. I can't. I'm so fucking scared. I got a few arrows eventually. A few trank arrows to get this guy. It was what, 90 direwolf, I think, and then they had two babies, which I claimed. And they are now mine. So I have these three right here, which is pretty decent. All right, pretty good because at least it gives me some sort of protection. I got Bella in here. All right, tents. What's the tent's about halfway. Bella's right here. I can't. Whatever. I don't care. Bella's right here. What else did I do? I want to try and get some stuff, and ultimately, at the end of the first stream, that didn't actually stream anything, uh, I lost everything I had. Yeah, and I didn't was I was upset. Right, I was annoyed, and then that's when I realized the stream wasn't on. Then I got more annoyed, and then I just got off. And then I was like, all right, I'm waiting till I get the Frontier pack, and then we're gonna go, right? And then that's what we're doing. Along the way, since I ascended from the island. For those of you, that video is not out yet. It's still under development. I have to go through all that footage, but I ascended on Gamma level, so here we are, Gamma level, level 120. Because yeah, that's what happens when you ascend. You go to the next arc, and you carry over your levels. But since it's how you transfer in single player is finicky, I'm just gonna I'm gonna ignore all that and just make a new character. And I hate this. I hate it. Scorched Earth. It's easy, but beginning is the hardest thing. Doed. I need a Doed. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting Oh my god. Basically, all right, we're starting. It's it's the end of day 3. We have this. The first thing I did was go over to that Doedicurus I saw and kill it so I could claim the baby for myself. Listen, it may be cruel and all, but it's not like I wasn't going to take care of it. Trust me, the baby was in good hands. Good hands. After I claimed it as mine and made sure it had enough berries to last it, I started to work on my little area because right now it was literally only a tent, a bed, and a few storage boxes. So, you know, I made a foundation, placed down a forge, made a smithy. Hell, you all know the routine by this point. But after that, I needed metal. I needed a lot of metal. So, I went to go grab some. But I took out the wolves with me. But that was a fatal mistake because disaster struck and the very first creature death of the playthrough occurred. A very, very sad day. Come on. No! Yes, Delgado! You made it. Oh my god. Holy Jesus. No! Delgado! What is with these terror birds? Oh no, Delgado. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't mean to howl. Delgado, I'm sorry. Oh my god, that was a cluster. No, not Delgado. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh no, Delgado. Oh, that sucks. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Ouch, son of a biscuit. Day 4, I went out and searched for a high-level Morellatops and found 140 right by my base beside the desert. So, I tranked it out and sat there until it was all tamed up. But I got pretty lucky on day 4, actually, because when I got back to base, I found a level 150 Lymantria just hanging around, walking around all my stuff. So I had to tame it. I just had to. It was a 150. It wasn't like I was not going to. All of day 5 I spent using my new Morlock to farm up loads and loads of narco berries because I needed a ton of narcotics. During this playthrough, I had a few mods installed. One of them, though, was a better Tranks mod that added new buckets of narco that could do thousands upon thousands of torpor with just a single hit. I don't remember what it's called right off the top of my head, but the name of it should be in the description below if you want to test it out for yourself. Anyways, for the ones that I wanted, the times 100 narco, it would cost 500 berries for every one. So I spent all of that day just farming out berries to get myself a good stock of the super arrows. And trust me when I say these things are worth it, especially if you have a good crossbow or compound bow like I do. I also use them for my 200-day playthrough on the island, and I kid you not, they can one-tap a Giga and knock it down instantly. It makes taming things so much easier. Day 6 I spent looking for a good level thorny dragon so I could use it to harvest up wood, and luck was definitely on my side these first 10 days because I found a max level one not far from base. So, I knocked it out and kibble tamed it to ensure it had the best chance at the best stats. Some of you may be wondering how I can kibble tame everything this early on in the game since I have absolutely zero kibble dinos, but that also is a mod I had installed, the kibble vending machine. It's, you know, basically a mod where you could spend your raw metal and get kibble in exchange, which was why I spent most of day 3 getting loads of metal, so I could just buy kibble when I needed it. The next day, though, luck was definitely on my side because I kid you not, another 150 dino just stumbled into my base. Said dino just so happened to be the opposite gender Dodickers I needed for a mate pair. After taming up the beautiful specimen, I spent all of day 7 just breeding to try and get an imprinted version of the 150 because I was going to need lots and lots of sand to make my base. While I was doing that, though, I thought to myself, Siege, you might as well breed the wolves as well. Added protection and all that, so I started mating my last 2 direwolves, rest in peace Delgado, so I could have better protection until I could tame something bigger or get a wall around my base, but that wouldn't happen for many, many days. It took me a while, but I eventually got a baby that had matching stats to the 150 and imprinted the Doed, so its base stats would be boosted. I also spent a good chunk of the day making sure I had the best wolves with the best stats from the parents. I mainly looked for the highest health and melee, though. The other stats didn't really matter to me that much. All they really needed to do was kill things that were stupid enough to enter my base anyways. Day 8 was when I started to make a starter box, where all of my storage would go, my utilities, you know the drill. Just a place I could use until I made a real base. The next day was when I went off to the wilds, though, to find a mating pair of Thylus, because if I wanted to do the caves, a Thyla was definitely a must-have creature for them. It would make all of them so much easier. I spent most of the day looking for high levels and taming what I could, but after that, I went out to collect even more metal because I was out of it after using the rest of my supplies to craft extraordinary kibble. Day 10, I found a level 120 thorny dragon and tamed it up so I could then have a mating pair to hatch out a baby. I got a level 130 direwolf, crafted a fabricator, got an imprinted Thyla, hatched out some thorny dragon eggs, and placed down an oil pump. Day 11 was a pretty eventful day if I'm being honest. At the first sight of dawn, I went out into the desert and tamed myself a couple dung beetles so I could get started on the fertilizer game early. But after that, I traveled on my newly imprinted Teva down south towards one of the mountains to find myself an RG. It was a level 142, so I couldn't really complain, but on my way back, I also found a Rex that was level 125. Not the best, I'll admit, but all I really wanted was more protection for my base, and I had leftover kibble, so I used my super arrows, knocked it out, and tamed it up before making the long journey back to Grenoble. The next few days were just spent doing everything I needed to do in order to craft myself a chemistry bench because, let me tell you, I was not going to craft over 43,000 clay in a mortar and pestle that I would need to make my base. Yes, I did the math. So, for the next 3 days, I went hunting mantis for polymer, tamed a decent Anki to farm crystal and metal faster, collected all my oil from the pump until on day 14 I finally crafted my chem bench. All of day 15 was spent using my newly crafted chainsaw to harvest cactus sap and using my dough to farm sand in order to start making loads and loads of clay. I'm not lying when I tell you I spent over an hour trying to map out exactly how much materials I would need to make my base on my notepad. After that,
I even went on my second account and made a replica of what I wanted to make in order to count each and every piece I'd need to craft. It took me a while. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I spent an entire day on my alt account, but it was worth it because I needed to know this. And once I was done, I had exactly the amount of building pieces I needed, so, you know, totally worth it. 15 wasn't the only day I spent grinding, though. Oh, no, because for days 16, 17, 18, and 19, I spent them doing the exact same thing farming cactus sap, getting thousands of sand, and building everything I would need for my base. It wasn't until day 20 where the actual building process started. Alright, did you enjoy that little montage? Probably not, but I don't care. I thought it was good, and that's all that matters. Anyways, back on topic. On day 24, a level 145 Thyla was roaming around my base, so I had to tame it up real quick, but sadly my other ones had better stats than it, so it was pretty useless. But you want to know what wasn't useless? A level 150 Equus. I was flying around looking for horses, and after 20 minutes of not finding anything good, I stumbled upon a max level, so I had to take it. I picked it up and brought it back to base and dropped it in a small box before flying out of render to de-aggro the horse. I then snuck back into the box and started to tame it. It only took around 5 kibble, and once that was done, I knew I just had to find another one, preferably a female. But I'm not lying to you when I say I spent all of days 25 and 26 looking for one. And by the end of 26, the highest female I could find was a level 115. So I took it back to base and I tamed it because I did not want to spend another 17,000 hours looking for a stupid female Equus. I just wanted a mate pair so I could find a better female at a later date. For the next 3 days, though, I simply sat at base and bred up the Equus until I got 2 horses with perfect stats from both parents. Did you hear me? 3 in-game days breeding. Breeding. Sitting at base doing nothing. I mean, sometimes I just can't with this game. I mean, I just can't. Note to self. Never breed horses again unless you want to. Oh, is this thing still on? My bad. Forget what you just heard. All right, it was nothing. I love breeding creatures in Ark. I love it. I love it. Day 31, I actually got pretty lucky because as soon as I started the stream for that day, I went searching for Equus and found a level 145 female not far from base. So I did the same as the other horses, brought them back and fed them kibble. But I also found a level 145 Rex while out searching, so I had to tame that up as well. After that, though, I built a stable so I could house all of my new horses in. Nothing fancy, of course. I believe it was around, 14 foundations long and maybe 3 wide? Or something like that. But by the end, when I was done building, I had a place to store all my new Equus. Day 33 was mostly spent breeding, but I did find another high level Thyla I tamed beforehand. Once I got back to base, though, I put my best Thylas and the Equus on a mating and spent the next 7 days trying to get the best horse and kitty cat. I'm not lying, either. By this point, after my previous 100 days, that I'm very much an Ark breeder and will literally take whatever chance I get to breed creatures together, just for the off chance of making it better. Sure, it's painful sitting there for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours waiting for babies to hatch and grow up, but there's something so enjoyable about once you do finally get the one thing you're looking for. But yeah, it did sadly take 7 days. This playthrough, specifically, I was very unlucky. Like, very, 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 very unlucky when it came to breeding. But on day 40, when I finally had perfect Thylas and Equus raising up, I ventured out and found a level 150 Procoptodon I tamed. And trust me when I say this guy came in handy at the last few days. After that, though, it was time I prepared. Prepared to take on what were no doubt the easiest caves in all of Ark history.
Oh, this is different. Oh. Oh, what was that? Oh. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, stop doing that. I do not like that. He's going to have to stay here. She? Oh. Oh, hi. I would have died. Hi, buddy. That would have been death for me. Okay, can I grapple? I can. There we go. Bam! We're gonna go left. Oh yeah, scorpions don't do. Sorry, you're not in the B shot. All right, let's just get it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. There we go. I was about to say. I'm not going down there because that's where rubble golems spawn. So we're good. We got the shot. We got the artifact. Let's go. It's, there we go. All right, save world. Don't wake them up.
After I returned from the last artifact cave on day 42, I placed them all up on their stands and stood back, watching them spin in place, pride coursing through my veins for all of 2 seconds before I went on to other important things, like farming both crystal and paste to make the beginnings of my train station. Which is exactly what I did. Farmed up loads of crystal, used up all my chitin and keratin, and made a train, 5 carts, and a few tracks, but sadly I ran out of paste and metal before I could make any more. I know I didn't really have a plan for the train station. Not really. It was mainly just a building project I came up with to, you know, help pass the time, since the main goal was killing the Manticore. But, I can't just sit around all day and tame creatures nonstop. It eventually gets boring, so I needed some new things to keep me busy, keep me, entertained, like more building projects. I forgot I had you on ignore group whistles. Oh. Oh, why? I'm sorry. I should have just had my crank arrows on me. Oh my god. That's annoying. That's slightly annoying. Who is still attacking? No one's attacking me, buddy. You can chill. The only thing I did on day 43 besides remaking my original square building to house my creatures was tame a level 145 direwolf, trying to make up for the 150 I had just killed. And after that, I did reorganize my dinos, I guess. Day 44 was the day I spent out flying around the mountains trying to find and tame better RGs than the one I currently had. The one I had wasn't bad. By all means, the melee itself was over 45 points, but I needed better stam and health. So I tamed a new mate pair of RGs, a level 145 and a 140. Sadly, I couldn't find a 150, but I wasn't going to complain, especially after what I found that very next day. Oh, um, change of plans. Hey, buddy. I can't not. That's a 150. Yes, 11,000 health. Yes. Yes. All right. Yeah. Now we just need a male with very good melee. A level 150 Rex. I couldn't believe it. Now that I found that, though, I couldn't stop myself from spending the rest of the night killing off Rexes and searching for a high level male to get a breed pair. And before the sun had even risen on day 46, I found a level 145 male ready to be tamed. Now, I'm going to take this time I have right now, as I spend the next 4 days breeding and going AFK, to explain something to you all. I truly have zero idea why I tamed these Rexes. I didn't use them for the boss fight. I didn't even use them for defense around my base. They were all a waste of time, and you'll see in a couple days how I wasted even more time on them trying to mutate. Early on in this playthrough, I thought I was going to use Rexes to kill the Manticore, but about a third of the way in, I saw everyone online killing the Manticore with Wyverns. So, I switched methods. Back on AAC, if you use Wyverns, it would kind of glitch out the fight, and the dragons would never be able to deal enough damage before the timer ran out. So the safe bet on AAC was Rexes. But on ASA, Wyverns can do their special AI attacks if you enable them to do so, which is exactly what we did when we got there. But I'm not going to spoil anything else for you, though. You'll just have to watch it yourself and see how it goes. After sitting around and breeding both Rexes and RGs for days on end, though, I had to get out and do something. And lucky me, a high-level female Percoptodon happened to stumble near my base, so I threw it in the taming pen and knocked it out. Which would also bring me one step closer to killing the Manticore. All of day 51 was spent drop hunting. That's it. That's literally all I did. But on day 52, that was when I started building the train station. You know, the actual building part of it, not the tracks. You know what that means? It's music time.
Yeah. Stupid Pego.
Day 53 was spent hatching out Rex eggs, and it was the day I got my first mutation. A melee one at that, but like I said previously, I both didn't use these Rexes and I got very unlucky because I think the total mutations I ended up with at the end of the playthrough was 3 melee. As you can see, I have 47 more days. 2 mutations in 47 days is not a good ratio. Not good whatsoever. I decided to ignore that though, for it was time now. It was time to go and steal my very first wyvern egg from the trench, but before I did that, I had to get ready, so I crafted myself a heavy turret, ammo fort, spiked walls, storage. Hell, I even crafted a teleporter so I could travel to the trench in seconds. I believe the mod is called Omega Teleporters, for those who are interested. But after I had built up my little outpost, I brought over my new moth and tried to psych myself up beforehand, all the while praying I didn't die while inside the trench.
Now's gonna be my only chance. 25, I don't care. It's an egg. Ah! Ha ha ha! There's so many of them! Get back! Get back! Oh, 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 oh! There's a lot of them! There's a lot of them! Get back! Get back to the thing! 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 Get back to the... Get back to the bunker! Get back to the bunker! Oh! 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 I got an egg! That is all that matters.
And I didn't even try to get another egg. I just went back to base and hatched the egg right then and there.
Also, I'm gonna also kill this guy. And then use its soul to tame that Oasisaur out there. That's big brain. Look at that.
You heard past me. We're taming an Oasisaur. Surprisingly, I expected the creature to be a lot harder to tame. Yes, it did get a little ropey towards the last wave, but it wasn't terrible. I will say that I wouldn't recommend anything smaller than a Rex if you intend to tame one, because it takes 3 waves of vultures if using a Rex, and that third wave is pretty dicey if you're doing it alone. Also, they're so freaking slow, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm not lying. I would rather walk myself back to base than fly on top of an Oasisaur's back. For the next few days, it was all about wyverns. Once Nimbus was fully grown up, I used the rest of the eggs I had left over to level him up so he wouldn't die when we went back over to the trench. He was still only at level 25, I knew that, but I was very attached to him, okay? He was my first wyvern in Ark Ascended. Once he was fully leveled up, I took him over to the trench and we spent days stealing eggs. There was a problem where no wyverns were spawning for a while, but I relogged and dino wiped, which seemed to help the problem. So once that was done, we went back in and stole as many eggs as we could. Sadly, though, the highest level egg we found was like a level 120 poison, which, you know, wasn't really all that great considering the max level is a 190. Once I got back, it was already day 60, so I spent the rest of the day farming up metal and paste to make as many train tracks as I could, which, by the end of the day, the train tracks now went all the way out to the desert where I had plans to build a western town on my own time, outside of the playthrough. After I was done with the tracks, I spent the next day back in the trench and looking for high level wyverns again. They weren't great. The best one I found were the fire ones. I believe they were around 185. The second best were the lightning, coming in at around 170, and the poisons were like 180, but they had really garbage stats. I spent the next few days simply breeding them together and getting the perfect stat combinations for all three wyvern types, even if I wasn't going to use them all. Especially the poison, because, let's be honest. What use does poison have if you're a solo player playing PvE? I'll tell you what, nothing. Sadly, though, something bad happened. Something so tragic that I don't even have the words. Oh, I killed Nimbus? Wait a minute. What the? Oh no. What the? What the? What the? Nimbus. Nimbus, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nimbus. No! Oh, I didn't know. I forgot. I completely forgot. Oh no, I completely forgot. Breath hurts your dinos. Why can you burn your own creatures? Why is that a thing? I just now realized. I've been talking. I don't know how long I've been muted for. I guess we're gonna see when I go back and check. I don't think it was that long, but I could be mistaken. Anyways, like I was saying, Andromeda, that's your name. Uh, don't mind how I'm a terrible pet owner. All right, Nimbus, bro couldn't take the heat. Yeah, and he got cooked. Bro literally got cooked. All right, and there was nothing I could do about it. By the time I realized, I'm sorry. The same thing won't happen to you. I promise. Yeah, I promise. You will not be cooked. Probably. Probably. Don't just forget you. You didn't even see anything. You weren't born yet. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. You understand me? Nothing. Yeah. I I did an oopsies. Listen, alright, you should not be able to burn your own creatures, wildcard, okay? Whatever happened to friendly fire being off? Let's just let's just move on before I start crying, alright? Days 68 and 69 were me just around base, AFKing, waiting for eggs to hatch and babies to grow up. But on day 70, that day was definitely a first for me. I have never tamed a phoenix in my Ark career. In all my thousands upon thousands of hours playing this game over the years, I have not once ever claimed a phoenix as my own, but I got lucky. I was flying around when I saw this level 130 just chilling, so I knew I had to tame it. I breathed fire on it once with my new fire wyvern to get the taming waypoint to appear and waited until the superheat ended before going back to base and grabbing what metal structures I had to make a trap for it. I then, surprisingly, only had to wait an hour or so before another superheat, so once the event started, I was already there with my wyvern waiting to tame the flaming bird. It was kind of lackluster. I don't see myself taking it out anytime soon to kill things or whatever, but it's cool to add to my collection nonetheless. Day 71, I'm gonna be real with you all. I have absolutely no idea what I spent hours looking for in taming unis because I didn't use them once. Like honestly, I didn't do anything with them. At this point, I still hadn't decided to use wyverns yet, and I thought I would need a uni, but well. Day 72 though was very productive. As you probably saw back in the Phoenix clip, I had multiple salt deposits marked on my minimap, much like how Ross Clark did to tame his fast flow, and that's because I wanted the quickest and most efficient way to tame this desert lizard, and from what I saw, his way was the best. I didn't want to spend 5 hours trying to knock one out, so I used his technique and slowly made my way along the southern edge of the map using all the salt deposits along the way until the beast was knocked out. It wasn't a bad level either. It was a 130, which, I was fine starting out with. I didn't need these lizards for anything in particular. I just wanted to tame the new creature. Just to be able to say that I've done it before. The only worthwhile thing on day 73 I did was find an alpha wyvern and drag it over to my outpost so the heavy turret could kill it. I got a trophy, wyvern gloves, and 50 milk for that too, so you wouldn't see me complain, no siree. From days 74 through 80, I'ma be real with you. I mainly sat AFK at my base while waiting for the Uties to pop out eggs for me to hatch. But like I said previously, it was all just a waste of time because I didn't even end up using them. It was a waste of 6 days. 6 days. 6 days. Although I can't really complain, not really, for I did end up getting a mutated Yudi, with a pretty cool cyan color on its main body. So, I guess that was all right. Day 81 was spent taming another Fastlow so I could have a mate pair. Do you want to know what I did for the next few days after that? Yep, you guessed it. I sat around and waited for the perfect pair to be bred out of the eggs. At this point, you you really shouldn't be surprised, and if you are, well, that kind of sounds like a you problem, not gonna lie. But yeah, pretty much just stood around and twiddled my thumbs for a few hours while I waited for things to be done. But on day 88, something magnificent happened. I had just remembered that the giant pay-to-win dino that was stuffed towards the back of my base, which I had tamed literally a few days ago, could bring back my dead creatures. So, without wasting any time, I found where I stored Nemesis' soul and I resurrected my wyvern and raised him back up. In that moment, when I brought him back to life, I kid you not, I was the most happiest man on the face of the earth. No cap. But here we are, the final 10 days of this playthrough. There was never any doubt in my mind I'd make it here. The only thing I wondered about was if I could actually kill the Manticore. I guess you're about to find out. I started off these last 10 days by hatching out my Lightning Wyvern army, which would be the ones I'd take into the boss fight with me. I was bringing around 9, I think. Somewhere around 9, because let's face it, there's no way I'd be able to fit 20 on that small little platform below Green Hub. After I got the Wyverns situated, though, I then bred out a roux, because for the strategy I had, I would need one to get up to a certain point in the boss arena where the deathworms and rock golems couldn't reach me. After that, I made myself an industrial cooker in order to make lots of med brews. Med brews, which I kind of forgot when the time came to enter the arena. And, once the wyverns were done growing up, I then lined them up under the obelisk to get ready for the boss fight. They weren't that leveled up either. I only bumped their health to around 10k and just left their melee around 400. I'm pretty sure, right? Yes, I think it's around 400. Don't quote me on that. If I had leveled up each wyvern more, then they'd probably be better off. But I wanted to try and challenge myself. Each only had around 10 levels in them too. So if I could beat the Manticore with average level wyverns, I knew if I came back to this map in the future, I'd have a baseline for what I need. Days 95 through 98 were actually spent over at the Wyvern Trents collecting all the Wyvern talents I'd need for the Manticore fight. I've killed lots of Wyverns before in previous days, but I hadn't been grabbing all of their talents, so I was still a few short on each type of Wyvern. So I decided to just sit out there and kill wyverns for days. AFK for a few minutes at the bunker once I had cleared the trench out, and wait for them to spawn back in before heading back inside to lure more out. Once I got back with all the talents, I'm gonna be real with you all. I didn't know what to do for the last day. I mainly just ran around like a headless chicken for most of it, looking at all I had accomplished and thanking whoever would listen that this journey was finally over. Don't get me wrong, I love Ark, but Scorched Earth is definitely my least favorite map out of the entire bunch, if only because of all the damn desert everywhere. But after it all, we finally made it to the end. 100 days on Scorched Earth. Now, before we get into the boss fight and I roll the clip, let me warn you right now. During the entire fight, I had a co-gamer sitting on my couch and watching my every move. So my attention was split between the fight and my baby cousin. Hope you enjoy the chaos, everyone.
Attacking target. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're doing this again.
Sound.
What sound?
That sound walking around.
Someone upstairs walking around. That's what it is.
Is it Uncle Ed?
I don't know. Probably.
Is it a thief?
I don't know. Am I upstairs? No, I'm down here. I don't know.
I'm upstairs.
All right. Let me try this again. That last time didn't happen. Nothing happened. All right.
What are that sounds?
It's the fire alarm.
Is he coming here? Is he coming here?
No.
Is he going to the neighbor's house?
No.
Where is the fireman going?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
Okay, it's
Oh my god, we do it again. Why?
where is Howard right there?
Because Brooke there wants to be. I don't know. There we go. What? You're not pooping your pants.
I'm trying to poop.
Stop pooping in your pants. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
My poop is starting to get out.
Well then go to the bathroom. You don't need me, silly. Go to the bathroom. I don't have a step stool. Alright, here we go. That's a death one.
Please don't lightning breath me up here. There we go. All right. There's no fan. There's no fan.
Here.
That's not a fan.
What is it?
It's not. It doesn't work, Brooke. I'm trying to kill a boss.
Why can't you do the boss?
So I can win the game. Oh, come on.
Why?
Because I want to win the game?
Because you need power.
Alright. We're about half health.
Why are you jumping on the toilet?
There's no duct tape on the toilet, bro. This is the weirdest boss fight I've ever done.
Right here.
It's alright. I didn't put anything right there, Brooke. You asked so many questions, kid. If you have to go to the bathroom, just go to the bathroom. What do you mean you can't? Go. Alright, we're almost there. Come on. This is definitely the weirdest boss fight I've ever done. What in the... What? No. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, bro. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost done. I almost got this boss. Ow! That hurt. Not yet, Brooke. I did not win yet. Come on, we're almost there. Come on. Bro has 0 health. Come on. Bro has 0 health. Come on. Yes! We did it! We killed the Manticore! Yes! At least yeah. Look at that. I've never seen this ascension before. So we're gonna look at this. We did it. We did it. I didn't look at that. Most of them survived. I think only 1 or 2 of them died. So that's nice. Good job. You missed the boss fight. I killed it. Silly head. Look at this.
Where?
We're gonna get the final cutscene now.
I won't miss it.
No, you won't. Look, watch. You'll able to see it now. Here we are. Look, there we go. Look, it's the final cutscene.
Oh!
I'm in space now. Let's go.
Why in space now?
Because I ascended. Oh yeah. No, oh, here we go. We're on aberration now. Oh no. Oh no. Rockwell.
It's all done. It's over.
Yeah, we killed the boss. Good job.
You
Yeah,
continue
fist
to
bump.
impress,
Oh.
Survivor.
What is that?
As you have
Ta-ta-ta.
grown in
It's a
strength,
cutscene.
I have been searching Helena's memories,
Why she has
finding
magic?
what I have
I don't
forgotten
know.
all these long years.
It's over.
Her friends
It is.
and the journeys they had.
Yeah, wait a second. Yeah.
Was it all for nothing?
We win.
No.
Yeah, we did. We
It
won.
had to be done.
Take that, Manticore.
So that
Say,
one
take
day
that, Manticore.
you
Take
could
that.
exist.
Yeah. You tell him.
Together, you
Take
and
that.
I, we can put this right.
Say, next stop, aberration.
You must
No,
travel
next stop,
onwards, Survivor,
Yeah.
aberration.
for your greatest
Next
triumphs
stop,
are
aberration.
still to come.
We got 100 days on Scorched Earth. Completed. This journey has been a blast. To be honest, every time I play Ark is a blast, but experiencing Scorched Earth again on ASA for the first time was truly something special. I want to take this time to say thank you for everyone who made it this far in the video. Truly, your support on these giant hour-long compilations of my adventures mean the world to me. If you enjoyed and are looking for more art content, don't worry. As soon as the center drops, I'll start streaming my modded playthrough on that map as soon as I can. The 100-day video probably won't be out for that map for a few months though. Maybe even after summer because I have another 100-day video coming out in 2 months for you all. But the streams will be on YouTube for all to watch a few days after I go live on Twitch. So, if you want to know about my progress, just check in once they drop on YouTube. But for now, this is goodbye, folks. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and comment below to tell me what you'd like to see me do in Ark next, and I'll put it into consideration. Until next time, everyone, Siegebreaker out.
We win.
We did win.
Mm.
Yeah, we won. We won.
Mm.
Manticore 0.
Magical detail.
Yeah, you tell him.
No.
No.
Mm.
Now I'm just gonna get some spectator footage, and then we'll call it a stream. But did you just blow a raspberry at me? You little
Yeah.
rat. You little rat. But yeah, how dare you? But I'm gonna stop talking now. And yeah. I'm trying to speak, you little miss. I'm trying to speak, you little rat. Honestly, you're so annoying. You're so annoying. Chill, you little monster.